Hello and welcome to this episode of Backyardia Crafting. My name is Jesse and today I have for you this humble swimming kickboard. Thanks to collaborations with Cloak and Dagger Technologies, TM, and the Backyardia Skunkworks, this simple flotation device has been crafted into an implement of defense to allow Backyardia's finest to ride out the wave of front yardians. So let's go and have a look at the development of this project now. I'll cut to that. A mess. The right tool for the job. Today we're going to try and take this humble swimming paddleboard and turn it into a foam arm shield. I'm going to be using some leather straps and we're going to make it. We got a strap going around here and a handle here and then see how it works. Foam is not the most durable of shield materials. If you're using this as a defensive item, it will probably not work. However, I think the basic idea here is transferable to other materials. Maybe a piece of wood, maybe a carbon fiber, ceramic composite, that sort of thing. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. Here. Life-saving device. He's only under adult supervision. So, yeah, if you're a junior and you're fighting for your life and your senior officer dies, you have to surrender. That's what that means. So I'm only going to be using very basic tools because I'm very basic. But first, figure out a little bit of our layout. What I want to do is I'm going to be using Kevlar thread. Now, Kevlar thread is the thinking man's paracord, at least in my opinion. I'm going to take a little bit of shrink tubing. Grab a little bit of super glue over the end here. Pull out a good source of heat. So the one disadvantage of shrink tubing and Kevlar thread is you can't just melt it. But from a fire resistance standpoint, that's a plus. So it really depends upon what property you're going for. And once this cools down, this is going to form an aglet of sorts that I can use as a needle later on. Now I want a piece of leather on the face of it here, and I kind of want to follow this curve here on the leather. I'm going to assume that this is basically a radius, and I'm just going to mark out a radius on the leather. There. That should help us find the center. A clever person could just do this with a compass, but like I said, I'm pretty basic. Just for this possible. The outline is faint, but it's there. Now, this is going to form a surface that I can sew through and have a lot of binding power without having to worry about tearing up my foam. I'm just freehanding this. Something about like that. I'm going to stick it on right away and we'll sew it in as we go. Now the correct way to do this would probably be to mark out all your holes in the hole punch. I'm not going to do that because I don't have a hole punch handy. Okay. first hole pattern, I'm going to go ahead and put on this. This just happens to be a shape that was cut out when I bought it, so there's nothing actually special about it. Go ahead and glue that. I'll make it so it ignores the fact that this is a warning. And maybe I'll write caution right here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on now. Over like this. There we go. One thing about this is this puts my hand as far forward on the curvature here as feasible. You can get Kevlar thread in black as well. I got it in yellow for some reason.
In the end, I think my only real innovation is the little egglet with the super glue and the shrink tubing. Kevlar does not melt, so you do kind of need to wet it down with some super glue if you want it to not fray on you. But anyway, let's go take this outside again and test to see how it works for use with archery, that I leave enough clearance here, and how well does it work for defending against projectile weapons especially.
I think the basic idea for arm protection is there. One thing I want to try is, can I shoot archery with a foe? It's not a common thing in the ancient world, but it did exist. Question is, did I leave enough clearance over here? So yeah, that can be done. It's a very simple matter. To the left.
Anyway, that's all I have for now. I hope that was entertaining to someone. Thank you all for watching.
Shoulder. I say differently.